Lachani everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back and thank you so much for being part of the family. If it is your first time here, please do make sure that you subscribe and you like and you share and you press the notification button so that you can be notified each and every time I load a new video. So today I want to talk about mothers comparing their children to other children. Please, let's stop it, guys. Let's stop it. It's not a good thing. I know that it is natural and whatever, but whoo, singa shoina. Okay, let's get into it. So, as I was saying, today's video is about how we mothers like comparing our children to other children. You may compare them to the nieces and nephews you have. You may compare them to abantwana next door or your friends' children or children you see on TV, abantwana celebrity, like we just want to compare our children each and every time, and I feel like that is a recipe for disaster. It is so unnecessary. Fine, it is common and natural and very impossible not to do, but let me tell you, honey, it is a recipe for disaster, for stress, for mom guilt, for resentment, low self-esteem, a lot of things, because most of the time we compare our children to other children's milestones, developments, growth, height, weight, even petty things such as toys, the bags they use, clothes, small things such as, oh, the other child is smiling, mine is not smiling. So it's things like this that we need to be aware of and we need to stop. And I think we put so much unnecessary pressure to ourselves because you're like, oh, and mine is not. And at that time when you're doing that, you're missing out on what your child is doing at that point in time. And I know that we are told or we read a lot, okay, when a child is 5 months old, they should be able to lift their head, they should be able to wave, they should be able to see across the room. And when that is not happening, overstressed as a parent. This thing is not a competition, okay? You have a good gift from God, and I think you should be focusing on the now, focus on what's happening now. If your child is 5 months old and they're not able to do what the next door 5-month-old child can do, it's fine. I mean, give your child room to grow and to reach developments and certain milestones at the time when it's supposed to happen for them. Because I mean, what are you going to do about it? Because at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do about it. Because when a child is not ready to crawl, they are not going to crawl, because when the child next door is crawling and yours is not. Because it's so unnecessary. I think it steals joy from what is happening now, because we focus so much on what our children are not doing and we lose focus on what is happening now. I mean, there could be things your child is not doing, but trust me, at that certain time there are certain accomplishments that they've reached, or there are certain developments and milestones that they have reached, and you're missing out on those because you're so focused and so stressed about what your child is not doing. I mean, let's say your child is 8 months old and they can, let me say they can walk, and the child next door is already talking. Instead of celebrating that, okay, my child is walking, you are going to be focused on, oh, but why angakhulumi? I mean, why? And I think this thing starts when we are pregnant, because we want to compare our bellies, our noses. Is there such a thing such as noses? Okay, fine. Yeah, noses. We compare a lot of things, how we were when we were pregnant, which doctors do we attend to, it's such little petty things, and we're causing ourselves stress that is so unnecessary. And I think that it happens a lot when we meet as mothers, maybe a park, or we have some mom group, or maybe we meet at clinic, So when you get there, the first thing you're going to ask is, oh, umntana kunangaki. And then when I reply and say, oh, he's 9 months old, uzothi, hayibo, una 9 months, oh, I'm una 11 months, mara, why ngathi wami mkhulu kuna wako? The weight, why umdlisani, awumdlisi akalali, such things. And I think at times, as mothers, we want to make the other mom feel like they're not doing enough at raising their kids, or they're not feeding their kids enough. And we are all doing our best, guys. We are all doing our best. Being a mom is not easy. And if I am stressing about what the things my child is not doing at that point in time, what about the things my child is already doing? So we need to stop this competition. Things such as, yazi ukuthi ubaba umntanami when angathola ukuthi silana angastressa kanjani, yazi ubaba umntanami ini. It's, we are all mothers. Slow down, take a deep breath, enjoy your child, enjoy being a mom. Ukuthi umntana se next door uyahamba, owakho akahambi, it's fine. Ngenze ukuthi wase next door uyahamba, but owakho can already say dada, or they can already say mama. Focus on that and celebrate that, because ngenze ukuthi wase next door uyahamba but akamilisanga, As I'm saying, you can be stressing ukuthi the child next door is already walking, but miss out on the child next to you that is already teething, or the child next to you that can already say mama. And the child next door can't say mama, they are not teething. So these things vary, okay? So celebrate what is happening on the now, focus on the now, and let me tell you, if there is a problem, ngomntanakho, your doctor will definitely tell you. Okay, so stop stressing ukuthi, okay, at 8 months old my child's supposed to be doing this, at 10 months old my child's supposed to be doing this. Leave all of those things. Leave all of those things, because I know Nami, I was there. When umntana khula, and then abantu abadala or abanye abomama or maybe visitors, they used to say, umntana kuyavilapha, why angakhasi? And because I'm a new mom, I'm thinking, okay, something is definitely wrong with my child. Why am I going to look at this time? Because it started as I say, I don't know what they call the thing. Is it umbilical cord? I think so. Yeah, it's the umbilical cord. So beyangayiwisanga, because ukuthi anti bayabhandishwa and stuff. So I think uthethe boma 6 to 7 days before awisa, and then already people were being judgmental ukuthi why slow kanje, kumele ngabe makudlule 2 days ayiwisele nto le, mina wami wayise nge 2 days, mina wami wayise esibhedlela. Okay fine, if awakho wayise esibhedlela, so ufuna ukuthi ngenzeni, ngithathe isikero ngisikele umntanami iwe. Is that what you want me to do? Because if you're telling me ukuthi umntanami uslow akawisanga namanje, ufuna ukuthi ngenzeni? Ngimjahe ngimbuza ukuthi sisi we wangawisi ngilume lento iphume. So it's things like that I'm talking about. Okay, fine, sekawisile. We continue. Hayibo, umntana ku slow wayangakhasi. So at a certain point, what I ended up doing, I wanted to help her to quickly reach milestones. I remember it was in December last year. She was 6 months old. So people were saying, and at that time, and she's already showing signs of it. Okay, mama, in the next few weeks or by next month I'll be crawling. But people were already putting so much pressure on her and on me, saying, hayibo umntana ko yivila wayangasukumi, umntana ko yivila wayangakhasi. So one day bekagucile as if from cast, and I'm like, baby Casa, you can do this. So what I did is I pushed her a little bit, and wow, she fell, guys. And that time I was with my little sister. That one, you can't do anything. She ran to my mom. Mama, and I'm like, child is crying. From that day onwards, I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to enjoy each and every step that I take with my baby. I'm going to take each and every milestone as it comes, because babies are different. Babies are unique. That is why the Bible says we are all created uniquely for a certain plan and purpose by God. So I was like, you know what? If Mtana next door is crawling and mine is not, it's fine. I don't care anymore. And I'd shut down people who'd ask me, Wuti, don't you think Mtana ko yivila? Why I so at this time? I was like, you know what? lo ngumele kuhle. If owakho bekahamba makana 8 months, umele ukuthi uzohamba when she's supposed to walk. When her time is right, it's going to happen, because I'm not going to rush my child into development and milestones because you feel like she's lazy. I mean, stop stressing me. Stop giving me so much stress, because it's so unnecessary. You're giving me stress. You know, kids are different, and I see a lot of these questions on Google, Facebook, on the mom groups that I've joined. You know, people will be asking, my child is already 15 months old and I got kulumi. My child is already 15 months old and I got hambi. Do you mommies think there's a problem with my child? And also the child is 15 months old, but amazinyo sa lomo lo compare naye unamazinyo yana I-10. Okay, so let us learn to celebrate what is happening now. And into that we usually do as mothers, if mhlambe kunabantwana endlini, or if maybe lo mntana ko wes 2 or wes 3 uzothi, hey mara why vusmuzi ngesikhathi siso bekahamba, hey wena uhlova usmuzi, why vusmuzi uyaphasa esikoleni. So ukuthi this one is good at English, this one is good at maths, but you're focusing on ukuthi yeah lo wazibalo ukudlula wena, why lo athola 95, why wena uthole 80. Celebrate your children, and I think this, in a way, it builds their self-confidence, it builds their self-esteem. Celebrate them. If mntana kuzana report and shows you ukuthi mama ngithole 90 over 100, ungabuza ukuthi yeah le 10 le enye yaphi, yeah why uzibani uthole total when the total uhlulengani angithi ngifunda class 1. Let us stop doing that, because it causes competition between children, which is very unnecessary, and it causes resentment between children, because now the other one uzozonda lo omunye ukuthi yeah but mom likes you more, yeah yini leyo special onayo mina inganayo, you know. And as they grow older, they actually have this thing of feeling like, okay, I am not enough, other people are better than me, you know. And sometimes they may fail at making decisions on their own, because they know what, okay, but what if my mom is not happy, but what if so and so is not happy. And another thing, they want to be people pleasers, because they grew up knowing that, okay, I need to get 100 to please my mom, I need to do this to please my mom. So guys, let us stop doing that, because we're not only damaging ourselves, but we're also damaging our kids and their future. Okay, and sometimes as a mom, if you find yourself conversing with another mom and uzithola ubuza ukuthi hayibo wana 8 months mara anomzimba omncane, so are you sure ukuthi akaguli, ukamusa ka doctor bayomchecka? No guys, sometimes it comes from a good place and it is innocent, but you don't know what it's doing to the other mom. So think about what you say, think carefully about it before we keep our mlom, because you must say it innocently or as a joke, but then to me is wohlala, and then as I go back home I feel like I'm not a good enough of a mom, or I'm not feeding my child enough, or the sleeping pattern that I've trained my child is not good enough. You know, it's little things that make us feel like we're not good enough as mothers, and so already you're dealing with a senior stress, you know. So let us learn to appreciate our children. Let us learn to celebrate the milestones that are happening now. I can't stress enough to say, live in the now, celebrate the now. What the future holds, it's not up to you. God knows what's gonna happen to the child at what stage, what's gonna happen for you as a mom, or for you and your baby at a certain stage, or when the child is going to reach a certain milestone. Because when you're focusing on what is not happening, you're missing out on what is happening now. I feel like I've stressed that point enough. Learn to be vocal. If maybe mama was next door, or a cousin yakho, or your friend who's going to say certain things that you don't like, tell them, but you know what, you're offending me. Angithandi moshoso ngomntanami. Please stop giving me stress esingekho, because nami I had to do it at some point because people were rushing my child to reach milestones she's not ready for. I ended up telling them, which, you know what, please stop comparing my children to yours. Please stop comparing my children. Stop comparing my child to yours. Stop wanting my child to reach milestones umntanakho has already reached, because it's not going to happen. And if it's not happening, so you need to get to a point where you're selfish about your well-being, you're selfish about your mental health, because at the end of the day, if you're stressing too much, these things, they affect anyone. Even if it means calling out to your own mom or your favorite aunt or your friend, just call them out to say, okay, you know what, these are the boundaries and you do not cross this line. If it means saying, okay, you're not going to be around my child because every time you're around my child, you're going to make jokes that offend me, so it's either you cut that out or I cut you off. Do not compromise when it comes to your child. Talk to people, let them know, which, okay, this is where we draw the line. This is where I'm not going to laugh at your jokes, because people do that. Why are you doing gangaga? Lesikhathi basho nje abadlali baqinisile, hayithi mama wakho manje akamgezi, hayithi mama wakho manje akamdlisi, hayithi mama wakho manje yena we are not going to do that. Not here, not with my child, okay? Because if you're going to mess up with my mental health, I'm going to show you the door. That's what's going to happen. And I'm just saying the truth as it is. It happens that you find yourself in a position where you're supposed to defend yourself as a mom or your capabilities as a mom. Change the subject, come up with a different topic, or to the person who's saying that to you, actually, let me address them. If you are that mom or that person who likes rushing other people's children to reach milestones, ask yourself, Uguti, if it is someone else rushing your child to reach a certain milestone, or rushing you to do certain things in life, let's say, because this thing said, and good, oh yeah, at this certain age, how would you feel if someone else came to you and said, yeah, but why at this stage you're not married? Why at this stage you don't have this and that? Why at this stage you're satlalegin? Ask yourself, if someone had to come to you and say those things, would you be happy? And then reflect, okay, I need to stop doing this, So, mummies, all I want to tell you is that celebrate your children. You are doing good. You're doing enough. You're doing all that you're capable to do at that certain stage. Because they are gold to us. They mean a lot to us. We want to see them develop. We want to see them grow. We want to see them have the weight that they're supposed to have at that certain time. So don't think that your child is underweight or your child is overweight, because if they are overweight or underweight, your doctor will definitely tell you. So you know what? As a mom, I am doing enough. I am doing for me to raise my child, and I'm going to use that to my fullest capability. And let me tell you that a child is a gift from God, and the Bible says each and every good and perfect gift comes from God. So your gift is perfect, your gift is good, and you are doing perfect as a mom. Let me not say perfect, because there's no such thing as a perfect mom, but you are doing all that you can. So, honey, we don't give a damn. Okay, yeah, we don't give a damn. Yeah, we don't give a damn, actually. We don't give a damn what you think about our children. We don't give a damn about what you think about... Yeah, Lala. But, seriously, let us stop this thing. Let us stop this thing. Okay, there's a verse about comparisons that I want to read for you. Let me check. Okay, when I check the verse, I think all I want to tell you is that we are all having different assignments that we have been given to by God. So we need to stop comparing notes. Stop comparing your question paper and your notes to the person next door, because you're on a different assignment. So while ubusy ufuna impilo leyo yomunye umuntu uzondlula yile uNkulunkulu has ordained for you. Okay, so the verse is in 1 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 7, and it says, when we compare ourselves to others, we are agreeing with the plans of the enemy for our lives. Comparison is a thief of joy and a stretcher of truth. Comparison says, I am ill-equipped for the task at hand. And the truth is, God has given all of us everything and the plans we need for the tasks that He has given unto us. So I'm saying to you, God knew exactly what He was doing when He gave you the child that He gave you, and He knows what He's doing now with the development of the child. So you're equipped enough to do the job as a mom. Otherwise, you wouldn't be having a child. Otherwise, God would not have trusted you enough to give you that child or for you to raise that child. So trust yourself and know that you're doing enough and that you're well equipped by God. And if you've got any doubts, go to God, pray, ask Him, God, okay, now I don't know what to do, so please guide me. Ask for guidance from God. And if also you need help, go to your parents, go to your mom, your grandmother, ask them. Do not be stressed and pressed by what other kids are developing and your child is not developing at that certain time. So yeah, I think this is it. This is all I have for you. So if you were distracted by me looking down or on the sides, just know that I was looking at my notes, because I didn't want to forget anything. And if I live in the ghetto, guys, so excuse me, sorry, forgive me. So I think all in all, this is all I had for you. Do not compare your kids to other kids. Do not go out here and be the mom that rushes other kids to reach certain milestones. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video. I think I'm going to see you in the next video. Thank you for subscribing. Follow me on social media. On Facebook, I am Nompumelelo Makakula. My page is Mommy Diaries SA. On Instagram and on Twitter, I am at Mpume Makakula. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.